Hello, I'm Solaj Alfred. Welcome to the HTS Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre this week disclosed that St. Lucia has been given the green light from Britain to proceed with plans to replace the Privy Council with the Caribbean Court of Justice as St. Lucia's final court of appeal. A committee has been established to guide the process. Some naysayers have aired misgivings about possible nepotism in the dispensation of justice, but advocates have cited numerous rulings by eminent CCJ jurists that validate the integrity, competence, and credibility of the court. Then there are skeptics who want the CCJ question to be decided in a vote by the people in a referendum. However, the OECS Court of Appeal in 2013 advised that a session could be achieved with a two-thirds parliamentary majority, which the current government enjoys. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre is resolute that St. Lucia adopt a judicially independent court reflective of the jurisprudence of the region. So we ask, do you support the continued efforts by the government to adopt the CCJ as St. Lucia's final appellate court? We tallied the numbers on our voting platforms, and here is how you voted. 73% said yes, and 27% said no. We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
I think the Caribbean Court of Justice would be a cheaper court for the common man. And I think there are capable lawyers in the Caribbean that will take care of that decision for us, other than going to England, where it might cost us tens of thousands to file a case.
St. Lucian should have joined that CCJ about 10 or 15 years ago. It's high time we move away from that English colonial business. Too many times we have been abusing them categories and nobody's saying anything about it. It's time we move through that CCJ and let's go forward with something else. We have capable people, more than capable of judges and lawyers to handle our things in the Caribbean.
Yes, maybe the time is right for self-governance and for self-justification, self-validation in terms of our justice system, but I also think that there needs to be some work done in getting our people on board to accept that we can govern ourselves and we can dispense justice without fear of reprisal or without preference. I think a lot of the times we think it's a small community, even the wider West Indies population, this small community, and everybody knows everybody and everybody owes everybody a favor. And I think that there's a fear of corruption, a real fear of corruption may take place, and I think we need to do some work in that.
Oh yes, I definitely in support. I think it's long overdue that we should have moved to the CCJ, because I think we have competent, we have capable men who can do the work instead of going to the Privy Council, which is very costly.
I think we should stay with the Caribbean Court of Justice because of the cost of getting up there. It will be really, really hard on the poor people down here. Plus, we have good lawyers down here, I find, that can handle that can handle the system. So I think it's a better choice, a better idea to join the Caribbean Court of Justice.
The CCJ is a better option for the Caribbean because now, you know, this backlog of cases we have up in the Privy Council, that's taking too much of time. So I think it's an easy access for us, you know. So I support the CCJ fully, 100%.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, since we say we are independent, I don't think we need to go to the Privy Council. We can settle down for the CCJ, Caribbean Court of Justice. I think we know how to manage and to do our own things in the Caribbean. We don't need to go to England to the Privy Council.
Thanks for those responses. Now to our new discussion. Preparations for one of St. Lucia's biggest cultural festivals are in full swing, with stakeholders set for a grand celebration of Creole Heritage Month in October. The Cultural Development Foundation and the Folk Research Center announced that the host communities for Jounen Kweyol 2022 will be Castries and Choiseul. Castries has not hosted the event in decades. Coming out of the pandemic, the capital and the southwest coast village of Choiseul were reportedly among the very few communities whose communities were able to prepare as possible venues for the showpiece. But despite reportedly checking the boxes, it appears the choice of Castries for the staging of Kweyol Day festivities has roiled a few critics. But are their objections misplaced? So we ask, do you support the decision to select Castries as one of the host venues for the 2022 Jounen Kweyol Celebrations? Voting is easy. Just log on to htsstlucia.org and vote. Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News First from 7 p.m. for the results and a new discussion.